It still probably started out as a symbol to show that she is acknowledging the pain that it caused with Nell, and the pain that it could have caused between Nan and Ginny, but she's also given the strength by watching them make decisions and thinking, if I'm going to be the woman that I say, I've been to them and supported them all along, I have to give them something to look up to, the Mad Men actress stated. She continues to approach it as a kind of sacrifice, but inevitably, she will need to internalize that and consider what it truly means for her and what her life will entail. Despite knowing that it must be done, she is nevertheless afraid. Tracy's attorney, Mr. McCarthy, Corey Johnson, is not kind to Patti. He humiliates her by requesting specific information and intimidating her witnesses into not testifying that they had an intimate relationship with Mr. George. The balance of that was quite tricky to get right in terms of how much she talks about, Jaques said, referring to Beth's comment that the facts she must provide seemed like a modern rape trial, in which she is being interrogated about her sexual life. She's really wonderful in that scenario, Christina, even if you have to provide any information about your sexual life in such embarrassing situations in front of a room full of strangers, your kid, and your relatives. Those scenes and that episode make us very proud. And in such instances, the lawyers are also excellent. Corey was excellent in his role as the cross-examiner and the lead attorney. The procedure is complicated by Leighton Meester's Eleanor Nell Brooks, Patti's sister, who initially just stands by her sister in the crowd. However, Nan, Christine Frozeth, demands that Nell come clean, identify herself as Nan's biological mother, and at the same time, validate that Nan was the result of one of Tracy's affairs. In order to prove that she had an affair with Tracy, Nell jeopardizes her unborn child, her relationship with Arthur, Anthony Welsh, and her reputation. However, Patti's ability to produce tangible proof, such as letters outlining Tracy's correspondence with her, receipts, and checks, helped her win the divorce. In many respects, it's more significant for my character to advance to the next level. I can't speak for Mrs. St. George, but I do believe that their marriage was never equal in my opinion. Even though my actions made that point clearer than anything else, I also believe that I fervently want to assist Patti in getting out of the predicament she's been in for so long, Meester told Deadline. And despite the fact that I have experienced my own kind of anguish and secrecy, there is almost a sense of liberation in having taken the decisions that Nell did. Since Patti was given full responsibility, I could understand Nell's desire to support her in the end and stand by her side in an otherwise dire scenario. Additionally, given that the man has the final say in this situation, Patti has somewhere to go with Nell. Willis also gave creator and executive producer Catherine Jaques kudos for her work on the penultimate episode, All Rise, where Patti describes how she tried to please her husband in the bedroom and faces an uphill battle to prove he cheated on her while being made to feel ashamed. Willis continued, Catherine stepped up to the challenge of understanding that and what that kind of humiliation would feel like for Mrs. George standing up there, doing something that sounds really simple and clear to her on paper. This is, expressing, I've had enough, I want to move on with my life, but, realizing, how difficult it is to acquire permission to do so. The performance by Christina Hendricks in that episode is outstanding. After becoming dissatisfied in her marriage to Tracy, Patti decided to demand a divorce, which Hendricks believes was fueled by wanting the best for her daughters. Because she spends the majority of the episode in New York, comforting her mother during her divorce procedures, Nan is unable to attend Richard's memorial. Patti's legal case revolves around Nan's father, Colonel Tracy Street George, and his wife's plans to use two of the numerous women he had affairs with to prove his philandering and serial infidelity. However, the Buccaneers continue to demonstrate how little legal protection and respect women enjoyed in general at that age. The worst lawyer Nan's dad has ever hired appears to enjoy making Patti look bad in court.